What's up, everyone? We are back with another interview today. I'm yours truly, DJ J-Love. And today I'm here with the one and only Colton Davies. And if you would like to give us a little introduction of who you are and what you do, and just let everyone know what's going on.
Yeah. First, thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you.
My name is Colton Davies. I'm a folk rock artist from Virginia, currently here in North Carolina with WZMB. Super excited to be here. We're playing a little show on Thursday in Raleigh, North Carolina at Slim's Dive Bar. Please check it out. And you can follow me on Instagram at Colton R. Davies.
There you go. And to get started into this interview today, we're going to go back to the roots, of course, as we always do. And how did you get started in music, and what influenced you to start putting out your own music, your own artistry?
Yeah, I have a really fun story with music. I came from a very big sports family,
Mm-hmm.
We all kind of picked a sport when we were young, and that's what we were supposed to go after. Not a ton of music in my family. And I was playing tennis in high school and also doing choir at the same time, but didn't feel like I knew enough in music to go into school for music. And then one of my friends forced me to audition for the spring musical my junior year. We were a new school, not a lot of people there, and I somehow got the lead and was splitting time between both, like an hour of practice for tennis, an hour of rehearsal, stressing everyone out. And after opening night, I got off the stage, I teared up, I called my mom, and I was like, this is what I need to do for the rest of my life.
There you go.
So I got to go to school, very luckily, for musical theater at James Madison University. And then after that, it was when I really gotten more into music.
Mm-hmm.
I graduated, COVID, there was a lot of free time. I was always, I self-taught myself piano, guitar, and I was always interested in that. And, I did a 9-month cruise ship in the Middle East, and I had a lot of free time in my room, and I wrote a lot of my songs there. Immediately moved to New York City right after. And as a lot of people in New York City know, tiny little shoebox apartments, and a lot of free time as well. And it just got to the point I was playing my music for my song and some songs, and some of my friends and my bandmates, and they were like, Colton, you have to release this. And I got very lucky. I got signed by a very small record label, and they liked my stuff and liked my music. And yeah, I got to release my first album last December, Perks of Being a BreakZ.
We're about to get into that as well.
I think music's amazing. I think it influences emotion so much, and if you're able to create a song that makes someone feel something, that's my only goal.
Sure.
Is to connect with someone and help, even just help someone experience, feel through an emotion is an amazing experience.
I completely agree with that, and we're glad you started putting out your music because we love it here. We've been playing it on air. Had it on our top hits list a while back when the album first came out.
Yeah.
But going back to your friends are telling you, it's time to put out your own music. This is really good. Let's hear it. When you got into that mode, how do you like to write and record your songs? What is the process of that led to the album coming out and then everything that came after?
That's such a good question, because I was just talking to my drummer about this, because he also plays guitar and will write some stuff, and he was asking my process. It's really just hit or miss. For I don't some people start with guitar, some people start with lyrics. I think I'm more guitar. I'll sit down if I have time and I'm feeling something and I'm feeling a heavy emotion. I'll sit down with the guitar and I'll find some chords I like that feel in the space of that emotion. And then that's where I'll create the lyrics, I guess. I express myself emotionally better through music than I could my own words, and I feel like it just comes out better when I'm singing. And so that's how a lot of my songs are born, was just through, I was feeling a really intense emotion, Skyline Drive, I was really missing home.
For sure.
Really missing Virginia and New York, and so I just sat down and wrote a little love letter to Virginia. Yeah.
And it just, you let the music kind of speak for itself, and then it all falls into place from there. But I feel like that's a really cool way to make music, because it's you're not forcing anything, it's just kind of finding you.
And I've tried to force it, and it doesn't work. I've tried to force it, and it just sounds bad.
For sure, yeah. And then when you let it find you, I guess that's where you're able to piece something together, the Perks of Being a BreakZ, and then it creates this album, and then you're down doing shows and all that stuff. So going into the album now, you've put out your first album, and as we said, that's the Perks of Being a BreakZ, and you can go stream it on all streaming services, Apple Music, I believe it's on Spotify, SoundCloud as well,
YouTube,
SoundCloud, anywhere you can find music to stream, it is out there if you would like to go listen to that. But it's been a hit. I've enjoyed listening to it, Small Girl, Big City. What's the song? Stained
T-shirts.
Stained T-shirts. That's what it is.
That one,
as well.
That one went semi-viral.
Yeah.
Not for the song, because I posted a video of a squirrel catching an acorn in Central Park. And
Okay,
it
nice.
got 12 million views, but not for the song.
Nice. So, I mean, hey, like, well, that's sometimes how social media works, right?
Yeah.
You know, you just go viral about over anything at points. But, you know, so basically going into the album, what was the inspiration behind the album, and how has it impacted your artistry, you know, to where you're at now with releasing music and everything?
That's a great question. I don't know. I mean, I had a lot of music that was written in like sad moments or like difficult moments in my life. You know, the album name is Perks of Being a RIGS. Perks spelled P-U-R-K-S, which is my dad's mom's maiden name.
Got you.
And then RIGS is my mom's maiden name.
Got you.
And so if you listen to the title song from the album, there are voicemails from my grandmother and my great-grandparents in there who had passed.
When I was listening on the way here, I did peep that. It reminded me of looking like Blonde Frank Ocean, you know, when his mom's talking on or I don't know if it's it's not Facebook Story. It's one of the first interludes that drop into another song, but it kind of reminded me of that, just kind of having like the analog and the build up and all that.
And that song took me a while to write. I was very emotional through writing that song, but I mean, I just wouldn't be here without my family.
For sure.
You know, they've shown me tremendous support in something that they are not experienced in, you know, and they dove right in there with me. So shout out to my family. I love you guys so much.
Shout out to all our families. Y'all make it special.
Yeah. And yeah, like I wanted to put together, like these are just all like bits and pieces of my life, you know, and moments and experiences through my life that I've been holding on to for a long time. So it felt really nice to put them all into an album and just let it go and just let everyone else have it.
No, that's awesome, and now, you know, we can see that, you know, songs are charting, like you said, songs are going viral. I've been looking at, you know, the top songs on Apple Music, and we're going to get into that as well, but I want to get into we're going to get to the shows now. As you know, you mentioned that Slim's Dive Bar is coming up on Thursday, and that will be in Raleigh, North Carolina, not that far here from Greenville, about an hour and 20 minutes, hour and a half roughly. But you know, you've been on the road doing shows. I see you have other shows that are coming up as well. That's not only in Raleigh. So I was wondering, you know, what has been your favorite show moment so far, and what other shows do you have coming up after Slim's this Thursday?
That is my favorite show moment.
Yeah, I love asking bands or artists this question, just because, you know, it's a fun connector to the audience. You know, like where have you really connected with the audience live? And
I'll give you two. I'll give you audience and I'll give you band.
Okay, awesome.
Audience was our first show at the Delancey. We started handing out disposable cameras, and then afterwards I got developed and everything, and getting to see like the audience point of view and perspective was just so amazing. Like all like the smiles, like the happy people in the audience. Then now we do that for every show that we can.
That's really cool.
We hand out that disposable camera. For band, I mean, I'm so grateful. I tell them all the time. I have some of the best musicians around me, and I could not do it without them. For sure. You know, my horns are amazing. My bass player's insane. My drummer, my guitar player, my pianist. I just feel very blessed to have them. And so we put on a new song a couple shows ago, and we like ran it maybe once. You know, and I gave them the brief, like, hey, I wrote this. Here's the breakdown. Here are the chords. Let's go in.
Everyone picks up.
Came out like my happy accident. My guitar player gave me some feedback on accident when the song started, and it's like a Luke Combs style, like heavy country rock song.
You Never Broke My Heart.
Yeah. And everyone just came in, and it just sounded amazing. And like when you get to hear that stuff on stage, like when I hear like the horns come in and everything sounds full, like I get full body chills, and those are just some of my favorite moments.
And I love that you have horns in your band, because I think that's a really cool concept when, you know, bands add in like a trumpet player or a saxophonist. Like it really just adds a really cool touch on it that's different, and I really like seeing that. But actually this is perfect that we're talking about your band now, because I've seen you have a band, and I was wondering, like, how did your band form and then start playing together, now doing all these shows and everything?
Again, I'm very lucky. This band met like all organically. I met my trombone player and my sax player first. It was at a contract at King's Dominion in a band. They were the horn players. And we got very close over that summer. And then I left and did a 9-month cruise ship where I met my drummer. Him and me were stuck on a cruise ship in the Middle East. And then through them, I met everyone else. So like my guitar player, AJ, he's best friends with my drummer, Brendan. Bass player, Caleb, is best friends with my trombone player, TJ. Sebastian, our trumpet player, is friends with the horns.
Nice.
Silas, the piano player, is friends with Sebastian.
Mm-hmm.
So all organically, all word of mouth. And I think like there have been rare cases where you put out the ad for someone to join the band, and they're amazing. I feel like when you meet someone organically and
For sure.
and they're friends with your friends, it just makes the experience so much better.
I agree, and I think it also helps that like people were friends before, so there's already that connection there. There's already that friendship there, so it's easier.
No one feels awkward.
No one feels
coming into the
awkward
band.
for sure. Yeah, like everyone kind of knows everyone, just comes together and it's more fluent for sure. Yeah, so that's awesome. I mean, and I know we spoke off camera. You said the band grew from 5 to 9 players, I believe.
For Slims, we were gonna have 9 players.
9
We'll have
players,
3
so
horns,
9.
a guitar player, a bass player, drummer, me, fiddle player, and a pianist.
And that's,
and it
something
keeps
you're not
it
going
was,
to want
it
to
was
miss.
a strong 7, and they kept pushing me for that piano player, and I was like, no, we don't have any space on the stage. And then we ended up. I met the piano player. Props to him. His name's Silas. He showed up to one of our shows and was like, "I want to play keys for you, please." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
I was like, "You got
I
it."
mean, yeah, he
Silas."
came to you, so
I
it's
know.
like, I'll give you the shot. Like,
Yeah.
let's see where this
And
can
he
go.
killed it. And yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, going back into the album, because I do want to talk about, some of the songs, how you said, like you just get in the mode where you wanted to write about home, like they're very emotional songs, and you just let it find the course as you start playing, playing the guitar or whatever it may be. So looking at your top songs on Apple Music, and I believe they did change today because I did look as well, and this is based off of Apple Music. I'm not sure what Spotify looks like, but I'm sure it's similar. That I saw like Stain T-shirts, the Honey remix, which is the most recent release. I saw that it's out now with Megan Grace Ludwig. So if y'all haven't checked that out, if you would like, there's a remix to Honey that is off the album out now. And there's also Small Girl Big City, which I really love that one. I love, like we talked about off camera, the build-up is just extraordinary, very fun to listen to. But what are the story behind these tracks? Or I mean, and if you would like to go into more meaningful songs, like what's been your favorite track as well that you have made? It doesn't have to be on the album. And how did it transform you as an artist as well?
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I'll start with Small Girl Big City. That was one that I wrote in the city in a shoebox apartment about just. I don't like when you're in like that space of like when you move to New York too and you're trying to build your community, you're very like lonely, and it was kind of a longing song, about like the chorus as I just keep hoping that maybe you're on your way,
for
like
sure.
looking for love and like just praying and like that it will happen,
And I love how like it was like the birds in the breeze. Like I loved how you were able to like correlate that all together, and it was a cool like play on words, and really cool.
But I I wrote that song, and then 3 months later I met Kate, who's my amazing partner, who I also could not do this without.
That's awesome.
I wrote Honey about Kate. Stain T-shirts is about Kate. She's amazing. I love her so much. I could not be here without her. But no, that song, and I'm a big lover of long songs. I just love a build-up, and I believe that if something's good, you should wait for it. And like I like that, like the tension of like.
Well, it keeps people engaged too. It's like what's about to happen.
Yeah. For like Honey, I wrote about Kate, and in spite of my family, because at that point I didn't have any happy songs, and they were like harassing me, being like, "Why do you only write sad stuff? Colton? Like write a happy song." I said, "Fine, you know what? I'll write a happy song." And it took me 5 minutes. And at first I was like, "Oh, this is kind of corny. I don't this is like a very corny love song, whatever." And then I released it, and it was my top song out of the entire album.
Okay.
And I was like, "Cool."
I feel like that's how it usually goes though, because I know like Nicki Minaj, when she released Starships, I heard that she didn't like it, and then it turned out to be like her biggest, club song, like one of her most popular songs she's ever made. So I feel like that it just happens. You know what I mean?
I spent like a month plus on Woman. Because Woman has like all of these like I don't know, there's like parts with like 10, 15 harmonies on the back, and just editing all that, and that's like my 11th listen song. So it's true. Like you never know what people are gonna like respond to, which is kind of amazing. That's why I like love submitting that much music at the same time to see who likes what and what takes traction. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, but I think that's the cool thing about music as well, is that maybe you particularly didn't really like something, but someone else can. So you can create like a variety of music, just something that is more not as soft, and it's an upbeat song, if people really like that. You're able to create a variety and bring in different audiences and all, so that's really cool. Also, shout out Evan Arnold as well. If we want to get into the girlfriend talk and how they helped us and changed us, shout out Evan Arnold. I want to put that out there as well for this interview. That's my girlfriend.
Okay.
But, almost at 9 months. So
Hell yeah.
on this Friday. So really excited for that to come up this Friday. But getting into more. Okay, now it's time for our fun questions. So we have I love to give like a little like fun little Q&A question. And it might not particularly pertain to music. This one will. The next one won't. But if there was a music Mount Rushmore, what artist would you put on it along with yourself? So like your face is up there. What other 3 or 4 artists are you putting up there?
Oh, that's such a good question. Noah Khan's got to go up there.
There you go. Okay.
I mean, he just. I don't think he misses. I love where he writes from. He writes from such a vulnerable place. I'm going to put John Bellion up there.
Okay.
I love John Bellion. I fell in love with him a lot when I was younger. I think his music production is just insane. He just the stuff he creates. Like, he can do so much. And I love what he's doing right now, where he's doing it all without a label. And he's funding it all himself. I love that.
That's really cool.
And then to go complete opposite direction, J. Cole. It was my first live concert when I was a sophomore in high school.
Okay.
And he changed my life. I think his style of rap, like lyricism rap, what Noah Khan does, is very similar.
Different genres,
Different
but
genres.
same kind of storytelling in their own perspectives.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's smart storytelling. You can tell from a lot of like J. Cole and Noah Khan's music, it is like some of it is at an emotional level or like levels of frustration, love, and I mean he was my first real like experience with that type of lyricism.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
And changed me completely.
Was this in Fayetteville or where?
This was
you get to experience that in Fayetteville?
Jiffy Lube in Virginia in 2016.
Okay, gotcha. So this would be the Neighbors album. What's it called? For Your Eyes Only.
No, this was right before. This was his 2014.
This is 2014 Forest Hills Drive. Okay, awesome.
And then I got to see For Your Eyes Only as the next concert.
That's awesome.
In DC, and that was crazy. He was at a bigger stadium. That was so.
Gotcha.
So
and he's about to be on the Fall Off tour now. He's starting in Charlotte. I believe that's starting soon. It might be. I don't want to say this week, but it's coming up very fast. But I can agree on that as well. Like I do like J. Cole and Noah Khan. J. Cole's one of my favorite hip hop artists.
Yeah. For
sure. I do like the lyricism. Like I was coming back to Greenville the other day, and off of his new album, The Fall Off, which it's one of my top hip hop albums that have come out this year. I mean, from North Carolina, like I gotta represent it. But Quick Stop, that is my favorite song off the album. I don't know if you've heard that one, but I just love how at the end, he's like telling the whole story about his meetup at the gas station with someone that came up to him, and he was just talking to him, and then he realizes like the transformation of who he is, the difference that he's making, and obviously you can see the difference that he's making with you, saying that like he inspired me, and so it's just so cool to see like when you're able to stand on that, you put that in a track, and then you're telling me right now that like he made a difference in my life, and he's saying that like it's about the difference you make. Like it's just cool to see how music just makes that bind with people. Like it's an amazing thing. And Noah Khan as well. I released a new album. I haven't really listened to much of it. There is a song, Deny, Deny, Deny. I think that's on the new album. I do like that one. But in 60s,
dude, The Great Divide, amazing.
That's what it's called. Yes, The Great Divide.
Doors, amazing, and Haircut. Those are my top.
Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna have to definitely listen to those after this interview. But okay, and on to our other fun question. What is one thing that you can't live without? It doesn't have to be music related. Celsius. Okay, nice.
Hands down.
Nice.
I love my. Although this is for Celsius, I'm upset with you. You've discontinued my favorite flavor twice now. Strawberry lemonade. They did it 6 months ago.
Okay.
I couldn't get it off Amazon. I just switched back to orange. That's fine. And then they brought it back and changed my life. And then they just discontinued it again.
Well, we gotta just hope that comes back, right?
Is it like a seasonal thing? I'm hoping this goes viral, and they
they
discontinued 17 flavors, which 16 of them, I agree, discontinued them. But strawberry lemonade.
I mean, that's a summer flavor too, and it's summertime, so I can completely understand that why you would feel that way. But going off of that, so Celsius, if you let's actually make the shout out. Let's not just skip this. Celsius, if you're here, when you see this and you hear this. We want the strawberry lemonade back. We would love to have, and plus for the summertime, like it would just fit perfect being on the beach or it's been a long day at work. You've been in the hot sun. That Celsius would be nice. That strawberry lemonade specifically, But going off of that, you know, just to circle back around on the music and your artistry, is there any new music we need to be on the lookout for coming out soon? Just,
Yes,
I mean,
there
you got
is.
the album out and you're doing shows, but like, you know, that came out in 2025. It's 2026. What do we got ahead of us?
We have 3 to 4 songs coming out in the
Awesome.
fall,
Okay.
all at different times. Long Gone, which is what I talked to you about, like the
Yes.
like Luke Combs country rock song. We have a line dancing song coming out.
This should be fun.
We're gonna release a live version of that line dancing song as well. And then we do a pretty sick cover of Simple Man by Leonard Skinner with the horns. and we're gonna
Ooh,
record
okay.
that.
That's going to be really fun to listen
Yeah.
to for sure. So, y'all heard it here first. Coming out in the fall, we have 4 new tracks from Colton Davies. And he's switching up the vibe a little bit. He's going to give us a variety. So,
Yeah.
it's going to be fun. It's going to keep you on your toes. But basically, going off of that, is there anything else we need to be on the lookout for? Maybe another album in the near future, some merch, CDs or vinyl, and even a web. You know, if you have a website
Yeah.
as well, if you'd like to let the people know about that. So.
Yeah. Please follow my website. Tour is ending on July 31st, but we have a ton of awesome shows coming up after that. My website is coltondaviesmusic.com. You can join our email list. We have new merch at all of these shows that we've been selling, which is our tour merch. We have new sweatshirts as well. Waiting on hats. Hats are coming.
Okay, nice.
Richmond,
What
Virginia.
type of hats? Are we doing like a
Oh,
kind of like
trucker
a
hats.
fitted track?
Trucker hats.
Got
on.
you.
Yeah.
Got you.
Um,
And I mean, that's in for the summer too. So
yeah.
good choice. Yeah.
Little mesh, little breezy.
Mhm.
October 3rd is probably going to be our biggest show that we're playing. We're opening up for Logan Miz at the Canal Club.
Okay,
He's
nice.
pretty cool. He's a country artist.
Where's that at?
That's in Richmond, Virginia.
Richmond, Virginia. Okay,
Yeah.
nice. And you get to go back to your home state as well.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a very special show for
Yeah,
sure.
we're playing all over. We're playing 2 more shows in Virginia. We have one potentially happening in West Virginia, like 1 or 2 in New York, and then 1 in Philadelphia.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so going back upstate for a bunch of big shows coming up, that's awesome. So, I mean, wherever you might be listening from, I mean, even if you're not based in Greenville, North Carolina, he's going to be doing shows all up and down the East Coast. So if you're in the area and if you would like to go check out Colton Davies and his band of 9 people, I mean, it sounds like a show to me. It sounds like it'd be a very fun time. So if you would like, Colton Davies is on tour right now. If you'd like to shout out your socials once again and just anything else, once again, your website or whatever it may be.
You can follow me at Colton R. Davies on Instagram. You can come see us live this Thursday at Slim's Dive Bar in Raleigh, North Carolina. We have 2 awesome openers. Old Joey Scrums is a local band. They're super cool. They're a folk band. And then we have Analia Salinas. She's pretty cool. She's a country singer.
Nice.
Yeah, this is not a show y'all are going to want to
There
miss.
you go. I mean, not just 1, but 2. Not 1, 2, or 2. Gosh, I don't know. I screwed up the saying. Not 1, not 2, but 3 acts
Yeah.
will be happening on Thursday at Slim's Dive Bar, and you'll be headlining. I'm assuming. So yeah. So I mean, something you will not want to miss. Thank you for coming in today. It's been a pleasure. It's been awesome to sit down and talk about you know, the album, your band, just everything you have going on with shows and all. So it's been a pleasure. And I'm DJ J Love with WZMB 91.3 FM. This is Colton Davies, and thank you for tuning in. Until next time.